Yeah, I mean, I put myself in the right position at the start of the race. A little moment in the middle on the hard stint, but I mean, at the end we went on to different strategies, trying to cover different people. Yeah, I mean, effectively it was an undercut. So I think for me it was fair to swap us back. You know, obviously my pace wasn't quite as good as I would have hoped, but yeah, I think an amazing day for the whole team. Obviously a 1-2 for myself, of course, extremely happy. Still some things to improve and work on, definitely, but I feel like I did a lot of things right in that race, so incredibly happy to have my first win.
Yeah, happy for the team. I don't know when our last 1-2 in the race was, but probably over 10 years ago or something, so just super happy. I mean, I'm happy for Oscar too. Like your first, I know he won in Qatar, but I think he'll also say that this win is a lot more than a sprint win. So his first proper win, it's a special moment. So happy for him and for the whole team. An incredible weekend for all of us. Yeah, just super happy.
Yeah, it's been great to get these points to move forwards in the race today. I think ultimately our pace this weekend wasn't as good as we had hoped. Got some clear areas that we need to work on and investigate why we are down compared to those guys ahead. But to move up from 5th to 3rd, it was a tough 2 stints. The last 2 stints were very, very, very tough with the strategy that we had with the 2 hards. But yeah, very happy otherwise.
I'm never happy with the P4, but I mean, if you do a step back, considering the tough few races I've had in the last few weekends, we came here saying we need to maximize the team points, we need to maximize the car, and I think we did that today. So on that, I'm happy. On the other hand, I'm not happy because the performance is not where we want it to be. McLaren is quite a far bit ahead now. Red Bull was a bit closer than what we thought today. But I think we had a pretty good race pace. We were just a bit stuck because it's a track where you cannot really overtake.
We need to work. I mean, it's not like suddenly next weekend we can have new upgrades on the car. So yeah, it is a problem. I mean, we know that we are lacking compared to McLaren, and that's of course not nice. But yeah, we have to analyze all stuff, how we can maybe improve the overall package that we have currently. But I don't think that's something like very easily done, you know. And yeah, we'll see next week how it will evolve. But at the moment, I think race pace, qualifying pace, we are behind.
Unfortunately, first bad start of the season, and the place that is very costly. No, we need to analyze whether it was my mistake on the procedure or we just simply got it wrong with the clutch settings, and we trigger too much wheel spin for the grip that there was out there today. So we'll do a good analysis. One bad start per season is okay. It's unfortunate that it happened here in Hungary.
I think today was the maximum we could have done, we could achieve. So that's a positive sign. I think the pace was strong today. You know, we got overtaken by George, but we managed to beat him with the strategy, with the pace, and from that point on, I think was the maximum we could have done. You know, we just at the start of the race we were stuck with the traffic. It was really difficult to manage in the beginning. I think the car was not 100%. From the crash yesterday, so something to review.
Well, we was hoping for P7, to be honest. Checo had a really great race. We're a bit surprised by his pace, and we knew we was going to be, on paper we thought we'd be about 50 to 60 seconds behind the leader. We ended up 40 seconds behind the leader, so you know we'll take the very small positives. Happy to see Lewis on the podium. Congrats to Oscar as well on his first win.
To be honest, we didn't expect to do a one stop. It was not even our conversation, but I think, yeah, to be fair to say, probably we did a really good job with time management, and obviously suggestions from the engineers, everything. We communicate well, and those things in the end play very, very good. So we just continue like this, and I think, yeah, car's in a good shape.
We were just pretty slow all day.
Any kind of understanding as to why you were so slow?
No grip, and yeah, killing the tires. So yeah, that's never good around here.
I think the strategy was not the right one today. Obviously now after the race, easy to say, but I think we stopped in lap 7, and then from that point 63 laps with one medium, one hard. It was a little bit optimistic. So Yeah, not a great pace, and the strategy didn't help.
Honestly, as soon as I pull, you don't want to pull in the pits. Like, you get the call and you know this isn't the thing to do, but you get the call late and there's no time. There's no time to question it, because then if you miss a lap, it's even worse. So, but as soon as I pulled in, the car's on soft, had pulled in, we're on a medium, let's go, let's use our clear air, use the pace we got. And then we come out in traffic and it's just DRS train, and you, for what?
Poor start and then pretty bad first lap. That caught us out, obviously put us on the back foot, and you know, once you lost track position, it's all about track position here. Overtaking is difficult, and you know, when you're behind, you just run in dirty air, ruin your tires. So you know, we had to kind of try and do something, push our luck, and obviously the early stop was the answer there. But obviously 2 huge stints to do. It was always clear, even with 2 new hards, that's going to be challenging and tough.
We had a great start, and I thought, okay, perfect. You know, we're in for a fight for points. We had very good pace in the first stint as well. We tried to undercut Fernando, but we couldn't. We didn't, and I think that was the deciding factor, because if we got past Fernando, we would have not been held back by Fernando. Fernando was playing a good team game. He bunched up the whole group to allow Lance to come to pit and extend his stint. And then we went from a 2-stop to a 3-stop, and then in the middle of that strategy call, we went back to a 2-stop. So I kind of used up all my tyres.
Yeah, we kind of rolled the dice a little bit with the soft tyre start. Couple others did the same, but yeah, I got a lot of positions on the first lap. I got up to 10th from 15, so that was a good first lap. But yeah, got overcut by a few guys, so ultimately didn't have the pace today to 5 points.
Yeah, initially felt okay, but then when things started to kind of stabilize a little bit, I figured out we couldn't keep up with the pace of the RBs, and yeah, we left the stop quite late, tried to have a tire advantage, but as always here, it's not easy to make progress even with a pressure tire. But if I compare to the last events, still seems like the pace is a bit better, but still not quite enough to get in top 10 in merit.
That start haunts me. It's just so on the limit, and I slightly overstepped and didn't move. So I don't even know where I ended up, but it was way back there, and that just made the race an uphill battle.
Disappointing weekend from an operational side point of view, disappointing weekend from a performance car point of view, disappointing weekend from a reliability side of things. I guess that's why Pierre DNF. So
we was just stronger on 1 lap pace. Unfortunately, yesterday with the condition and track cooling down, we couldn't really use the benefit of the pace we had on Friday. And yeah, the race, honestly, after the first start, a bit too early, and I was pretty much over. Trying to hold up the other cars for my teammate, but unfortunately, when it's such a big delta advantage, I don't think either of us had the pace for points anyway today.
Today's hydraulics, yesterday was the strategy, last week I didn't race in Silverstone because of the gearbox. There's just too many issues, and I know the team is much better than that, so we just collectively need to do a lot better, and stop having missed opportunities weekend after weekend.